Meme. An idea, behavior, style, or usage that spreads from person to person within a culture. Memes. Discrete units of knowledge, gossip, jokes and so on, are to culture what genes are to life. Just as biological evolution is driven by the survival of the fittest genes in the gene pool, cultural evolution may be driven by the most successful memes. Richard Dawkins.
Memes move at the speed of light these days, so why not take a tour with us of some of the spiciest, dankest, and weirdest memes to hit the internet this year, so far. Number 10, New Year, New Me.
New Year, New Me.
From New Year's Eve, it was clear that 2018 would bring just as many memeable moments as the last year. There was Mariah Carey and her hot tea.
Happy New Year! I just want to take a sip of tea if they'll let me. They told me there would be tea. Oh, it's a disaster. Okay, well, we'll just have to rough it. I'm gonna be just like everybody else with no hot tea.
Steve Harvey looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And our personal favorite, the New Year, New Me meme. The millennial take on New Year's resolutions, this trend offered a visual representation of how people were planning on surviving 2018. Number 9, Somebody Toucha My Spaghet.
Somebody toucha my spaghetti!
If there's one thing the internet loves, it's jokes about race. The original clip for the Somebody Toucha My Spaghet meme was taken from the 1939 animated flick, The Three Bears. A brilliantly clever retelling of the Goldilocks story where the twist is that they all have thick Italian accents and instead of porridge, they eat bowls of spaghetti. Because we all know those filthy Goombas eat pasta breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This forgotten gem was revived when it was posted on Twitter during Christmas Day and started the year strong, giving us plenty of remixed versions to enjoy as we rang in the new year.
Somebody toucha my spaghetti!
Number 8, Black Mirror Season 4. When the new season of the technological Twilight Zone-esque show Black Mirror came out, the internet started to see a trend in the episodes. Every single one has basically the same premise. Technology equals bad. The internet wanted to help out the producers and offered their own ideas for some brand new episodes next season. Add in the Michaela Cole reaction shot and you have a meme goldmine. We're sure next season will bring just as many memes and half-baked plots. Number 7, Google Arts and Culture. When Google introduced their new Arts and Culture app, the idea was to promote an interest in the arts and bring some culture to the internet. Of course, what we all really used it for was to take selfies that showed which classical piece of art we most closely resembled. It didn't take long before the memes were flying in full force with this one, and boy oh boy were some of them pretty good. This trend came on so hard and fast that even major brands like Netflix got in on the action. Because nothing says, "What up, fellow kids?" like beating a dead horse. Speaking of dead... Number 6, Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest. Who could have possibly guessed that sending a walking human-sized tapeworm to a foreign country would have ended poorly?
I just gotta be careful to not disrespect the culture. Japan is all about the respect.
When Logan Paul went overseas, he managed to piss off the entire country of Japan. Paul spent his trip bouncing around the country, disrespecting traditions along the way, ending with a family-friendly visit to the well-known Suicide Forest, and the rest is meme history. Number 5, Blue Ivy at the Grammys. We all know that nobody really gives a shit about music awards anymore, so the only reason to watch the Grammys were for the new memes. There was confused Cardi B.
Ooh, butterfly in my stomach and vagina. Okay.
Rihanna's dance moves.
Let's go!
But the true winner of the evening was Blue Ivy, when she proved that she's the head of the Carter household. Blue Ivy getting her parents under control was by far the highlight of the show and dominated the social media scene. Number 4, Super Bowl Selfie Kid. Justin Timberlake's 2018 has been off to a rough start. His highly anticipated Man of the Woods album turned out to be a bit of a bust, leading to memes about everything from the cover art to his new style. If we're being honest, the halftime show sucked. JT did about as good of a job as the Patriots secondary, and the whole performance just felt flat. The best part was when Princess Force Ghost showed up, and most people didn't even like that. The highlight came when Timberlake made his way into the crowd and buddied up with America's latest sweetheart, the Super Bowl Selfie Kid. Ranking somewhere between Left Shark and Janet Jackson's right tit, Super Bowl Selfie Kid captured all of our hearts while playing on his phone during the single biggest sporting event of the year. Number 3. Ugandan Knuckles.
Do you know the way?
The Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is full of wild characters and intriguing mythos. This meme doesn't come from any of that. Born as an avatar for the game VRChat and popularized by YouTuber Gregzilla, Ugandan Knuckles became the hottest meme with vaguely racist undertones. What started in VRChat made its way into the world of esports, and soon you could hear Ugandan Knuckles' catchphrase in almost every corner of the internet.
Do you know the way of the devil? Do you know the way of the devil? Do you know the way of the devil?
Creator and deviant artist Titties Flyer has even updated the 3D model page with pleas for people not to bug the players of VRChat, a message as classy as his username. The very next day, articles were published saying that the meme had gotten out of hand. Number 2, Ben Swolo.
A buddy of mine saw Kylo Ren take his shirt off in the shower, and he said that Kylo Ren had an 8-pack, but Kylo Ren was shredded.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the internet was introduced to the greatest meme war. We've all heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, and everyone knows you hate sand.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
But The Last Jedi had a lot more to offer than just a bunch of man-babies crying that their childhood was literally stolen.
I'm just gonna rant about what utter trash Star Wars The Last Jedi was, because I went and saw it last night on opening night, and I f***ing hated it.
There were also plenty of fresh Star Wars memes. When Adam Driver took off his shirt as Kylo Ren, things got weird, and Ben Swolo was born. The meme has even inspired knockoffs like Qui-Gon Jinn. Ben Swolo also launched an internet challenge, where dudes who were definitely not as fit as Adam Driver had an excuse to take off their shirts in a sad attempt to show off. The force is definitely not so strong with these ones. And before we reveal our number 1 of the year so far, why don't we take a look at some honorable mentions, because 10 is never enough.
Karma's a bitch.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here.
There was Off-Ramps, a fun play at the visual meme highlighting people's poor decision-making skills. Hashtag Black Hogwarts, because who doesn't love Harry Potter? That's a trick question, everybody does. But have you ever wondered what Hogwarts would look like if it was just a little more diverse? Don't waste your time wondering, Twitter has already got you covered with the hashtag Black Hogwarts. And finally, how could we not mention Fergie's performance at the NBA All-Star Game? She was doing her best impression of a halfway competent singer, but came off more like Marilyn Monroe performing for JFK. You know, if Marilyn Monroe couldn't find a note to save her life, and JFK was a completely uninterested audience doing their best not to laugh while also cringing.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
Number 1. The Tide Pod Challenge. Dating all the way back to the 1950s, it used to be a threat when parents would say they're going to wash your mouth out with soap. But here in 2018, we're living in the darkest timeline, so we've got parents begging their kids not to eat laundry detergent. The Tide Pod Challenge didn't exactly come out of nowhere. The Onion had published an article in 2015 written from the perspective of a toddler who wanted to eat one. And College Humor had a video last year of someone being taken away in an ambulance after chowing down on a Tide Pod, but this trend has ramped up in 2018. So far, over 30 people have been rushed to the hospital post-Tide Pod snack. While we're not exactly sure when this meme will fade away, one thing's for certain. Tide has gotta be loving that boost in sales.
What? It's a Tide ad. What makes it a Tide ad? There are no stains. Look at those clean clothes. What else would this be an ad for? Diamonds?
A gift that lasts for no.
Tide.
And that's our list. Considering it's only the end of February, we're sure this year we'll have plenty more memes.
Smile. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes.
But if you think we missed one, be sure to let us know what you think in the comments and to like, subscribe, and share this video.